Yeah, it's absolutely stupid. So, yeah, I think I might need to end the video because we literally just passed an entire
I gotta
hour.
get my point across.
What do you gotta
first.
say? What do you have to say?
I was going to say that I genuinely believe that Midnight being added to OJ was a good idea. It's just her implication was like, obviously we all know how that went.
Yeah,
it was a good idea. It was just done badly.
Yeah, I feel like it was a perfect addition. Like, they knew how kind of the game was played, so they did something that would shake up how, you know, like, games are normally played or meta. But then, obviously, you know how it went. But I genuinely think, I don't even think she's that bad as people say she is. Like, I obviously don't think she's good.
No, like, she's implemented well. It's just the things she does, some of them are too good.
Yeah. Like, the thing is that happens for a lot of the characters in this game. Like, for example, Mike, J-A.
John Madden.
I care about the air job loop. I care about the fact that most of his moveset is incredibly hard to punish. Like, nothing is
like, honestly, I think Midnight's probably, in playstyle-wise, is probably the most unique character they added to this game. Like, playstyle-wise.
Remember with Mike, when they removed his speaker loop but not his jump attack loop?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot they took out a loop that was insignificant, not the one that, you know, can do.
But to be fair as well, with two of the characters, Kurogiri and President Mike, those, like, jump attack loops are what kind of makes them have combos. So if they removed them, I'd also have a hard time seeing what they would do. Mike is lesser out of the two, but Kurogiri is like a prime example of like what would happen if he couldn't jump attack loop. What would his combos be?
Honestly, I feel like it'd be fine if he could jump attack loop, but only like 2 times, like once or twice.
What would his combos be though?
No, Kurogiri would still have combos. It's just that they would be more ground based. Like if you started a combo in the air, you would be kind of screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can kind of still reset, but like, still, it's not.
But he has ground stuff we can do.
Yeah, well, it's a lot like Shin, so like, his whole, like, dome, like, thing, it's a good idea.
It was sick! Like, it was genuinely a sick idea.
It was great,
which is implemented horribly.
Yeah, but it was implemented horribly to the point where when you grunt on recovery, you just get stunned. Like, yes, technically that's how it would work, but in the game it's too powerful.
Shinzo's quirk is just OP in general, and nigga literally has one of those OP quirks.
Yeah, genuinely, yeah.
Like, it's just so wacky how they can... It's like, the gimmicks are cool, it's just that the gimmicks are so, like, wildly unique that they wrap around to being broken.
Yeah, and then you have people like Compress, who his quirk is implemented perfectly, he's just not that good.
He's just mid. He's like mid.
Yeah, he's just mid.
But I still want to know how Viking made a character that is literally missing a move everybody has, and she's still like top 6. I still want to know how that works.
Yeah, like
which
they literally.
Could that be?
Yeah, like Midnight literally is missing an air armor, but at the same time, her ground armor makes up for her air armor twofold. Like,
well then why would you need an air armor when you have J-Quirk 1?
Well,
I mean, her ground armor hits the air and it is a multi-hit.
Why does it anti-air?
It's like it's a fucking anti-air. And you can do it in the middle of combos. It's like long as shit. It's literally like. It has the range
also clashes with projectiles, cause why not? And the collaterals, cause why not? I hate that.
Honestly, I think the funniest thing about Midnight is the derpy faces she makes during her plus ultras.
Yeah, horny faces. Oh, yes.
No, those are more derpy than horny. I'm gonna be completely honest.
It depends on who you ask. Ask that nigga Yugo, he'll just
reviewer though. Don't worry. Don't ask him about Midnight.
Don't ask Yugo about Makima.
We don't.
He'll start barking. He'll start barking.
I forgot to mention one earlier. One of my points.
What?
That was very, very crucial point. Let me just bring it up here to make sure I quote it correctly. Cause I think I've gotten all of mine except for like one.
All right, what is it?
Make All Might disabled.
What?
So what we're saying, right, is like this goes back to like the character, you know, like make characters like reworked or add stuff or whatever. And if you want to leave All Might how he is with those jump extensions loops, fine. But make it so if he loses half his health bar, he just becomes the skinny All Might, and he just does a lot less and has a different moveset like Fat Gum, except he's crippled.
That's
no, hear me out.
Hilarious.
If they made Johnny Johnny in JoJo's, who's a literal crippled character, and make him be able to have a fight. Make skinny All Might be able to fight, but he's as strong as he is now. But if he loses half his health bar, then...
Honestly, that'd be funny as shit.
I feel like that would be a bad idea, just because that would encourage All Might to be even more pussy. Because then
okay, well, also, if they somehow don't fix All Might loop, it would be fine. Similar thing, it's like, what if Fat Gun was the same way, you know? Like, what if, you know, he took less damage when he was bigger, but he's slower and whatever, but if he loses half, then it's like, you know...
He can actually get down to, you know, playing Slim Gum consistently, you know?
Yeah.
A lot more consistently. Because that shit is, like, wild how hard it is. Like, wild how difficult it is, right?
Is right? So it's like you could add different things like that would make more characters different, but also balance them if they kept them how they are now, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Or another thing, which was a suggestion someone gave me, was just like, you know, a way to just report stuff easier, like, you know, if someone's being very toxic, if
oh yeah, we all remember
using like bugs like the like, you know, if they're using the All Might loop or a new type of loop, or maybe it's just like, you know,
bro,
something that makes them invincible.
Could you imagine reporting someone because they're using a loop, bro? Like half the player base would be gone.
I know, but like, you know, like report different things for like if there's a bug you can see, you can report it.
Like Choco gets banned, he reported he's using All Might loop like a bitch.
For real.
Imagine.
And then like, what's it called? And then, you know, like, fix the rage quit system. Because they had that, and then they removed it. So if they can fix that to make an actual functional system.
Oh yeah, it broke. Yeah, it broke.
It broke after the first week of launch because it was happening to so many people.
And then they just threw it out the window instead of fixing it.
Yeah. Yeah, genuinely, in the first week of OJ3, literally everyone had that little rage quit thing on their player card. Because, like, it would happen even if the game just crashed. Like, you'd get the rage quit thing.
It was, no matter if the person rage quit, if the game closed, whatever, it would give it to both players in that match instead of finding who was responsible if it was a rage quit. Or if it was just the servers crashing.
Yeah, honestly...
And it would be like, you can't keep quitting.
You want to know something? You want to know something really funny and really petty, right? I want the rage quit system to come back where it shows you the amount of disconnects, just to see how many disconnects season has.
Or they could go the rounds just like you lose points if you rage quit. Period.
Wait, but what about all the times I had to duck Shinzo players back when he was broken, bro?
Shit, you're right.
Just win.
Like just win. Just win.
Just win.
Just win.
True.
Just win.
I'd say they could add something like Demon Slayer where you can choose to fight them, but honestly, I feel like that's a bad idea in rank. I feel like it's a bad idea because, like, oh what? There's a hype on person.
That's going to support every player that's like, bro, these characters are broken. I can't learn the matchup because my name is mid-tier player McGee.
Bro, I'm sorry, but if I made fucking Nomu and freaking V2, you can play Todoroki and the Bakugo, bro. You can play Todoroki and the Bakugo.
As I found in an old Ninja video, it's like, bro, what if, you know, you just have it where it's like, no, you got duck shoot styles, Shotos, Togas, and Tenya Idas.
Yep, and we gotta duck all of them.
Yeah, duck every single one. And then it's like, nope, can't learn the matchup.
I think it's cringe that there are people who genuinely duck shoot style in the world.
Bro, how can you duck one of the most popular characters? Bro, you just don't be playing. I cannot duck Todoroki's, Bakugo's, or shoot styles because they're literally everywhere. Like,
no, shoot style for me is like me. Like, yeah, it's kind of difficult if you don't know the matchup, but once you learn it, it's pretty even.
The problem is that I don't really even need to learn the matchup because all shoot styles suck.
Damn.
Like, they're all bad. The thing is with Todoroki and Bakugo is that their strengths can cover up any shitty player's weaknesses. Like, Todoroki can just sit there and camp and shit.
No, Todoroki, you definitely cannot.
I mean, okay, fair with Todoroki,
Bakugo, if you hit the good old AA plus Ultra 1 with Curiousness, that's a different story.
Oh yeah, that's like 15, 16k right there.
But don't worry, his plus Ultra 1 sucks, according to Bakugo players.
Yeah. Has anyone said Bakugo's plus Ultra 1 sucks?
Devil did.
Wait, when did Devil say that? That's been a while ago. I thought Devil so did.
What the fuck?
He did talking to Buddy, I think. I don't know what chat it was in, but it was in the comp server.
I think he was I think it was bringing up like it not being that good when it comes to like fighting base because that's a bad matchup for Bakugo.
No, I think he was just saying in general it's not good because at scaling, it's like doesn't matter if it adds scaling, it does 10 million kajillion damage.
10 million
like no extension hit you with one air jab.
10 more billion
And also,
damage,
you
baby.
want to know about that fun thing where his level 1 hits an assist, and then his it's just the explosion's more active. Like, for example, have you niggas seen the glitch where if Bakio you call out Curie assist and Bakio hits it and breaks the armor with his level 1? Do you guys know what happens?
What happens?
The explosion on his level 1 is active longer. Like the explosion will the explosion will not be there anymore. But if you go into where the explosion was, you get hit. And then the funny thing is, once while I was fighting Leo, I swear that he did that glitch, and the explosion was still active, and he fully recovered from it. The nigga started moving while the explosion was still active.
Wow.
That is so wild,
That is, you've had a lot of sweat built up, bro.
Like, I clipped it. Like, I literally have evidence, bro. It's like,
yo, don't worry, this is the part of the video where the clip will be there unless Koninja is lazy.
Bro, please don't call me out like that. Please.
Okay, guys, if it's not in the video, make sure to comment, Koninja lazy.
But I swear, bro, the fact that the explosion was still active and he literally started moving while it was, that is like, dog, that should not be a thing.
That's wild.
That's funny as shit.
Stupid. Yeah,
and again, it proves our point of like, why do some things exist?
Yeah,
but why does it not apply for other characters?
How does that exist?
That shouldn't exist.
Honestly, it's like Viking doesn't have people play testing their games.
No, I don't even think they do, or they do, but again, there's players that put more time into it, and some of these things are so absurdly weird to think about. But if you're a player that's been playing the game long enough, or knows how Viking works, then it makes sense.
Yeah,
bro,
you know?
I'm gonna be honest. You cannot tell me Viking has playtesters when the Mike J.A. loop is literally the easiest shit in the world. You cannot tell me.
It's very difficult.
The fuck you mean?
It is very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard.
You have to press jump and then sometimes sidestep.
And then
you have to do it again. And then you have to press an assist to reset to the ground. It's very difficult.
Yeah, you can't forget about that. You can't.
Yeah,
and the back to go loop, you have to be in the corner.
You wanna know what? Honestly, I can see how someone casually playing would not learn how to Shinzo loop happen, right? Because no casual player gives a shit about Oki. The fuck? Like...
True.
Yeah. It's just like, I understand corner loops, because, you know, it works differently, you know, like, this end lag and whatever works a little bit differently because they're physically stuck in a corner. Like, that makes sense if you find it because that's something harder. But when it's a literal sidestep extension, but then it's just like, oh, I guess it's an infinite. It's like, it's just like...
I'm convinced.
Why is
because
this
they limit them in the air to only do a sidestep in a thing a few times, unless you do a very specific thing that I'm not going to mention because nobody needs to know about that. But, you know, like, that's very limited, you know, to do your jumps or your sidesteps unless you retouch the ground or whatever.
Yeah.
Or at least, you know, it makes sense. But the ground is just like, again, it's just like, oops, here we go.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But then characters that just don't, and then some do. And then the ones that do have it are really good characters.
Yeah.
And then there's Fat Gum who can do an extra jab after his red, but that's it.
Honestly, certain characters can have that, honestly. Like, a jab after your red is not that bad. An extra jab
No, like,
that...
they definitely should. It's just weird how some characters get an infinite from it, and some are Fat Gum.
Some are Fat
He's got a point.
Honestly, yeah, there are certain things, like, honestly, there are certain things, like, Tenya Ida Recipro Burst you can keep stupid, because of one, you actually have to, like, spend meter for it, and two, like, if you get hit, Shadow, if you get hit, you instantly lose it, right?
Yeah, you get hit by literally anything, you lose it.
So... And you can have Curie assist in case he comes at you.
Well, no, the thing is, I'm not gonna no, then he can just avoid it. Unless Curie is literally right on you when Tenya's coming at you, he can just dodge it. You can just dodge cancel it. Yeah, you can just dodge cancel instantly. As long as Curie is point blank, he can just dodge it. He can react to, like, any assist in the game.
What if I'm transformed into you, though, as Toga?
Yeah, I can still react to it.
But what if I call two Kirishima assists at the same time?
Well, if you do it anyway, I just don't get my combos.
if you call, like, yeah. Honestly, that's another thing I gotta talk about, bro. I'm sorry, Shy, but we gotta talk about Toga, bro. We gotta talk about Toga, bro. She is not fine. Whoever thought
compared
it
to
was
all other
right...
S tiers, she is fine.
Compared...
Don't you agree that she's probably top 3?
Yeah, but that's also because she's a very strong character. there's other characters that are.
Ever thought it was the bright idea to let Toga call assist while I'm hitting you? That's not cool, bro.
People, I'm telling you though, people that agree that are dumber to get breaks.
Bro.
Also think about like this, in OJ1, when you use the breaker, it would use the actual assist instead, like how it would normally be used and not a breaker.
Yeah.
So it's just that mechanic.
Yeah, but
which makes your thing more unique.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry, I don't like the feeling of hitting you mid combo. Gang Worker's like, sup nigga, grabs you, and like.
Okay, but hear me out too. Listen, think about it in this way. Inasa can constantly have his wind disc. I land my Quirk 1. I lose my good tool. Like obviously I have other tools, but like I lose that Quirk 1, which is like my anti-air whatever.
Yeah.
And not really having air game. To then transforming where, yes, I can use those assists, but I can only use them twice, and I don't have quirks or anything, so I'm already at a harder time in neutral. While, you know, Inasa doesn't lose that wind disc and can get meterless damage up the wazoo or camp in his tornado.
All
might have that loop.
Okay, Shy, answer me.
Character, though.
Shy, answer me this. What happens if you're not playing Inasa? What happens if you're playing
exactly.
V2?
It's like
what happens if you're
I'm not saying not. I'm just saying
Suyu?
comparatively to the other S tiers is why I think she's less like obviously I think every S tier is like dumb. Like I'm not saying she's not. But I'm just saying compared to those ones, like at least she like loses stuff, or at least you can kind of see like, okay, I can do that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I 100% agree that her move is stupid, but like I'm just saying like she loses those things or sacrifices something else at the very least.
Yeah.
That's also another reason why the Tokiami matchup sucks for her.
Really?
Well, the three main reasons it sucks
I said one
yeah,
I know there's more than just one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like the three main reasons are A, you get nothing from transform, so it's like you land Quirk 1 and you lose your tool, and then if you transform you can do nothing. 2,
when you lose your needles, he can just tilt Quirk 1 spam you and you can't really do anything about it anymore.
2, his Dark Shadow absorbs not combos, it absorbs damage that he takes, and it like adds FD to your combo.
What?
Yeah, it has like
an
overarching version of his FD. So let's say if I hit him with like 2 Stings of Needles on his Dark Shadow, and then I eventually got to combo him like recently after that, then it will just have the FD if I did like 2 Charge Quirk 2s, which is why it sucks too, because if I do get in, then I just don't have my opportunity.
And
That's
also,
wild.
another funny thing is like seeing that you have to just guard a lot against Toga. That's another reason why Togami sucks, because Togami's always going to be getting a full letter every time he just guards, and you just guard a lot against Toga. So that means you just get a bunch of bar constantly.
Yeah, because while her projectiles are good, her main other thing is, you know, they're easy to just guard.
Yeah, if you're just not trying to rush her in, you're just gonna just guard him. So that means Tokiyami is always gonna have just so much bar constantly.
And it's the similar idea as to why Inasa's pretty decent in terms of like why he's like mainly the only other person I'd say has a like even chance, you know, because he never loses that wind disc. So when I can obviously when I have my Quirk 1, I can keep you out of the air. He has to think twice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I lose it, then he can just keep pressuring me with that wind disc. Or even when I transform, he can camp in his tornado. He can use that wind disc. Like, he has more opportunities while I have to limit a certain ability of mine. Well, he can constantly have his out, which is why he's stupid. But...
Going back to OJ3, I think since we've seen Toga actually use other people's quirks now in Season 5, I feel like they should get rid of her who will take your assist mechanic in 3 and just give her the quirk abilities of whoever she turns into. Because we've seen her do it in the show, so it wouldn't, you know, be like too far-fetched to do it.
I feel like they should have 2 different versions because... Similar reason to why she was hard to implement before, I just don't see the incentive of getting someone else's quirk. Unless they couldn't use them, but again, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly, if we had 2 different versions of Toga, one where she took your assists but couldn't use your quirks, and the other that could like actually use your quirks but couldn't use assists, I'd honestly
just the thing is like, what's the point? That just means you turn it into a mirror match. She doesn't really get much of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Because obviously, if she had both, that is extremely stupid.
Bro, if she could have both, I'd actually quit. I'd actually dunk every Toga I saw. Like,
there's no reason for me to ever want to get rid of my Quirk 1, my Tilt Quirk 2, or my Quirk 2, for your character when it's just a mirror match and it's just like, okay, what? I mean, at one idea, yeah, I could technically do loops at that point. Like, let's say if I want to do the Hawks loop where I do AATA, Tookwork 1, I believe.
Yeah. Bro,
but at that point, again, there's like
fighting...
no reason I'd ever want to give it, which is why it was so hard for her to get implemented, according to King in the first game.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, it'd be funny because, like, could you imagine you transformed into V2 and you had his quirks, but you couldn't use his assist, and you're just like V2 now and a V2 Ditto for like 5 seconds?
Or maybe they can just make it so like she can take the quirks and keep the assists. Just make it so she only can use the assists in neutral and combos. She cannot call them at all on hit.
Honestly, fine. Fuck it, fine. I don't care, man.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I don't know, it still seems odd.
Well, it was.
But I mean, that would at least balance it out more if they wanted to go with that idea, but I don't know. I still just find it a very hard time trying to figure out how they would make an incentive like that. When a lot of other characters, you know, they have their incentives, but it's like, why would I ever want to do this or that when I could just...
Alright, guys, I have the best idea ever for balancing, right? Alright, so, make Muriel plus Ultra 1 plus on block.
No.
Okay, screw this. Okay, new idea. Back to what I was originally going to say before I remembered I wanted to say All Might should be crippled. Buff Toga in OJ3.
Buff Toga!
Give her the OJ1 hit stun with Quirk 1 and Quirk 2. Give her how good she is in this game and increased meter gain. And let me use my needles after I've landed them on somebody.
Oh my! Screw you, bro! Nah, new buff. Make Ida always in level 7. Make Lita
wait, no.
always
And while I'm transformed as you, the assists I use of yours are on cooldown. So if I do a long enough combo, I can use 2 Kirishimas.
In OJ3, we give Ida permanent reciprocal burst.
Oh my! Could you imagine that?
Imagine.
Bro, Ida doing freaking Gohan combos and shit. Like.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, he'd just be Gohan. At that point, he'd literally just be Gohan. Like, bro. But yeah, I think that's all of our topics today. Right? Yeah,
yep.
I think that's basically everything.
But wait. There's one more thing.
What?
Seriously, buff Toga, please.
No, I'm not. We're not buffing Toga.
King, please.
If
I know you're
King is
watching
listening
this
to
video.
this,
Trust me.
ignore everything Shy has said for the past 3 minutes. Okay?
Listen, Shy, PCOJ exists. You can fiddle with the stuff in there. You can make her as OP as you want.
I'm not fiddling with a minor, bro. That's cringe.
No, attacks and stuff. Damn it, no.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to divide this in 2 parts. But yeah.
And there'll be a 3rd part if this video gets 100 likes.
If this video gets 10 likes, I'll drag you guys back in here for another episode.
Alright.
Actually, no. If I drag people back in here, I'm not getting Shy on this one again.
We could make a good video about talking about what would be changed about characters if we were going to rework them or make them more to their current selves in the anime if they made an OJ3. How about that?
Yeah.
No, we'll be sleeping, all of a sudden Cole will appear with a gun like, come on, you're getting back in the party. How the gunpoint can make a video.
It's just like a Family Guy skit.
Yeah.
Remember when we snuck into Webb's house?
But yeah,
Broke in with the gun?
Hey, Quagmire. Oh, up here.
Oh, here's
here's what?
Oh, I'm gonna get that clip I was talking about where Blockio, the active frame thing, I'm gonna get it and send it to the group chat so all of you can see how stupid it is.
Alright,
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
alright, so...
Oh, you can add it to the video.
If KoninjaX not lazy, remember guys, put in the comments.
Fuck you guys, honestly, just fuck you guys, like genuinely y'all suck.
Whoa.
It's not that hard to edit, really. It's not that hard.
Didn't you release half of the Wanted interviews after the Wanted episode?
What?
I was asking Webb if you said editing's not hard, but then I said didn't he release half the